We've certainly seen some very odd stuff going on in Parliament this week. We had Boris Johnson basically come out on Monday and, well, vowed revenge, shall we say, against those who he has wronged him. And make no mistake, Johnson has not, shall we say, stuck his claw into the Tory leadership contest yet. But make no mistake, he will, certainly in the final two. And it will come down to, I think, whoever can give him the most loyalty. And it says a lot where you have Tom Tugendhat, who in a live debate was the only MP to say that no, Boris Johnson, or at least to agree, shall we say, that yes, Boris Johnson is a liar. He's not an honest person. And then almost immediately lose the race. Now, of course, I think that was very obvious he was going to lose the race anyway. I don't really think had a massive impact on him. I think he was going out either way. But it just goes to show you the fact that how out of touch they are, that the only sort of really spontaneous reaction from the audience was Tom Tugendhat saying that. And yet Tories didn't really seem to pay too much attention to it. But you should also be not too much surprised that Tory donors, or at least one Tory donor in particular, and of course a number of Tory members, are demanding that there be a third option on the ballot paper this summer, and that is to keep Boris Johnson on as Prime Minister, to allow him to campaign, to go to these hustings events, and to continue on as Prime Minister, which would be fantastic to watch. I will tell you that now. Trust me, we're already in for a hilarious summer of probably Liz and Rishi, or even Rishi and Mordaunt tearing each other to shreds, which is, trust me, is going to be an incredibly fun summer to watch. They're also a bit depressing as well, because obviously one of them is going to be the winner. But yeah, it's going to be certainly fun to watch for standing back from a distance. But if Boris Johnson got involved as well, and it became this bizarre three-way fight, wow. Wow. So let's go over to the Independent, who covered this letter sent by one Tory donor with apparently the backing of a number of Tory party members who are demanding such a thing. So before we do get into that, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below there is a link to my Patreon page and a one-off link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can buy me a coffee. And as always, thank you very much to all the people who do help support the channel that way. And of course, there is the YouTube thank you button, and of course the YouTube subscription button, where if you subscribe to subscribe to the channel that way, you sort of help the channel, and sort of you get emojis and all these other little stuff that you get, and you also get a free super chat a month as well for the live streams. So yes, let's jump into this then, shall we? So this comes from the Independent. The title of Tory members demand an option for voting for Boris Johnson to carry on as PM. So a group of almost 200,000 Conservative members have written to the party chairman to demand that they are given an option for voting for Boris Johnson in the leadership ballot. The first stage of the Tory leadership race is nearing its conclusion, and we'll know who it is by this point when this video comes out. So you don't need to tell me. I am doing this on sort of Wednesday, but we will know who it is by this point. So anyway, the contest nearing its conclusion, with Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss, and Penny Mordaunt vying to become the final two candidates to make their case to the members who will elect the next PM. However, more than 180,000 members loyal to the outgoing PM are said to have added to a signature to a petition asking party officials to add Mr. Johnson's name as the third option. The petition, first reported by The Telegraph, was organised by Tory donor Lord Cruddas, a former Tory MEP, and former Tory David Campbell Bannerman. The signatures all signed up to the statement saying, "I demand Boris Johnson is able to be balloted as an option for members to vote on in the forthcoming election." Lord Cruddas told the newspaper that a significant part of the membership still wants the option for voting for the leader who triumphed in the 2019 general election, saying, "We think it is only fair because Boris was the member's choice back in 2019 and he had been consistently he had been so constructively removed by the parliamentary party without referral to the membership," he said. A senior Tory donor added, "By adding Boris Johnson to the final ballot to make it a three-horse race means that the winner will have the backing of the membership. There will be no ambiguity around the result, and the final choice of the leader will have integrity," he said. Surveys do suggest that Mr. Johnson, who has made clear that he will stand down as the MP when the new leader is elected in early September, saw his popularity among the members plummet during 2022. The PM has remained the bottom of Conservatives' home cabinet league table and an online survey of the Tory grassroots for several months. Votes are currently being counted to decide the next Tory leadership candidate and the eliminated from the race, which has become now a three-way battle to face Mr. Sunak in the runoff. With a former Chancellor comfortably ahead among MPs, Mrs. Mordaunt and Truss and Kemi Badenoch remain in the hunt for the second place on the ballot. Of course, she's out even by this point. But Ms. Badenoch will appear to be the most vulnerable candidate after finishing fourth in the previous round of voting. Tom Tugendhat was eliminated last round and turned up to vote along with a group of allies, but refused to say who he was backing. But a Mordaunt campaign insider said, "Don't forget that lots of Tom's backers are good friends of Penny and her One Nation endorsers." So, yeah, as you can see, certainly going to be very interesting when the vote's carried out later on today. Like I say, by this point this video comes out, we will know it. I'll try and make a prediction that it is probably, I'd say, I think it's going to be Mordaunt. Although I can be surprised. It depends where those votes from Badenoch go to, because whoever can hoover up the most of those votes definitely takes second place, and it is all about who can take those second votes. The Mordaunt campaign last round lost one MP, but while Liz Truss continued to gain, and now there's about 50, I think it's like 58, 59 votes or something like that of those from the Badenoch campaign that they've now got to. Certainly they'll be running around today trying to secure those votes from those MPs. But Mordaunt has very much maintained her poll lead in second place behind Rishi Sunak for all of this race. Very much because the right-wing vote has been split between Liz Truss, Suella Braverman, Kemi Badenoch, and Liz Truss. So maybe they will finally unite behind Liz Truss, but they've got to do that. And this is really a 50-50 question, because if Liz Truss can secure those votes, it is going to be Liz and Rishi, and a lot of us have speculated that was what it was always going to be. The surprise one will, of course, if it goes to Mordaunt, and then, of course, you get onto the membership vote, and we've talked about that before. Rishi Sunak is not popular among the members. He is not popular at all. But I think a lot of MPs do recognise, or at least saw during the shall we say, the leadership contest, that maybe if they want to have sort of maybe more peaceful summer, they let Mordaunt go in, and then Mordaunt will probably fall to pieces during the summer. If it's Truss and she takes that second spot, then they will both spend the summer, Liz and Rishi, knocking seven bells out of each other. Needless to say, if this becomes a three-way race with Boris Johnson getting involved, although I highly doubt it at this point, things could get very interesting if this became, shall I say, a three-way race between, Johnson, Sunak, and Truss. That would be hilarious to watch, definitely from the sidelines. But of course, as always, like I say, let me know down below what you think and what you thought to this race as a whole. Like I say, obviously by this point we will know who the final two are. So yeah, let me know what you think to the final two. Was I right? Was I wrong? It's what 24 hours can make a world of difference, as they say. So As always, thank you very much to watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way out. And of course, down below there are links to my Patreon page and our automation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can buy me coffee. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.